I always like watching your podcast. Like every time I see you, I don't know, it just kind of like sparks something in me.
Oh my gosh. Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of Another Monday. I'm Anthony, the creator, and we're being welcomed by the producer of this episode and an artist, HunnyKelsey. Thank you so much for coming on this podcast.
Hi.
And
Not the producer of this episode though, because I'm here. Right now, we have nobody behind the cameras.
Oh yeah, so we're basically producing this ourselves. And she's also my girlfriend, most importantly. And thanks for coming on, but most importantly, I want to just get right into it. So for those who don't know, and I guess we're putting yesterday we were doing something here, and I got a notification on Snapchat.
Oh my god.
And the notification was just like a girl's name, and I was like, "What the heck?" She said, "What is that?"
Oh,
and
so he's getting right into it right now, basically.
What you feel like in that moment? Because I don't talk to any other girls unless it's like my sister, mom, and whatever. Besides her.
I was like, who is that?
Oh my gosh.
That's what I was. No, I saw a notification and then I was like, obviously in that moment I got triggered because I was like, why the hell? It's because I don't have Snapchat anymore. So I was like, why the hell do I see like a Bitmoji? Or what is it, like those girls like, I don't know, it's an emoji of the girl
like
and then
an
it's
avatar,
like,
right?
yeah, like an avatar.
Yeah.
And she had like blonde hair and I was like, what? Like,
but in that moment, I just like reassured you right away.
Yeah, you reassured me, but
I told you you can look through it, you can click on it, and it was just like, for those who don't know, I guess Snapchat does this now. Like they're trying to like push people to their app, and it said like this person posted a story.
Well, what if it was with your algorithm?
My algorithm.
Yeah, like they know.
Oh my gosh.
They know.
I told her she can also like check everything. It was okay.
And I did. No, I'm kidding. I didn't.
No, she didn't. She refused the offer, but she should have taken it.
No. I feel like trust is really important in a relationship, and as bad as I may want to look at or take up that offer, it's something where if you can't trust your partner, like why are you with them? Like at the end, especially because I came from like other relationships, which I know you don't like listening about, but I came from other relationships that I had no trust, like, and for obvious reasons, they were broken. And I feel like you haven't broken my trust at all, so I have no reason to, I'll still get those feelings, but
what exactly happened? Like, I don't know if you want to really get into that, but I know. I got the juicy insight. Insight. I don't know, give like a quick rundown of like your experience, because I'm sure there's other girls out there who are in the situation or probably going to go through that similar situation at some point or went through it.
Yeah. No, I definitely went through a lot, and I'm pretty sure there are girls that have gone through more shit though. Like, I'm pretty sure. But I just went through lying, like cheating, sneaking out, like, because I was living with the person at the time. So he would like sneak out in the middle of the night while I was sleeping, like shit that you would, I remember when I found out, I was like, I was just so in awe. Like, I was like, am I in a movie? Like, what is it? It just didn't feel real. It did not feel real. And like the amount of things that had happened, or the amount of things that were said to me, like as an excuse as to why those things happened, or like trying to downplay the situation, it was just crazy to me. I was like, wow, like there are people out there like that. But it was hard, and I think I'm so grateful that I got out of it. Like, I'm so grateful that I put my foot down, that I was able to leave, because there are a lot of girls that haven't left, or they have a hard time. And I remember laying down in bed and just like, I had my eyes closed and I was like, I thought to myself, like I need to get out of here, but I was like, I don't know how. Like,
when you're still living with him, right?
Yeah, when I was still living with him, I remember just being like somebody save me. Like, I literally remember just thinking like somebody save me, like, because I don't know why, but I didn't have that willpower. As strong charactered as I am, I was not strong charactered with him. Like, it was like he brought out a different side of me, and it wasn't a good side. But yeah, I just remember thinking like somebody I don't know, like I felt like I had nowhere to go, I don't know, no one to talk to, because I had lost like my friends, my family, so it was like a very like lonely time.
And when you ended up like how did you end up like breaking up at that point? Like, what made you like break up? Like, how did that conversation even happen? Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, so
like, was it just bye, I'm out, or did you like leave and shoot him a quick text and you're like, nope, I'm gone?
I woke up one day and I was just like, I'm gonna go through his phone.
Oh my God.
And but I was already mentally done, and emotionally done. I think at that point I just needed another reason, because I didn't...
The final stamp.
Yeah, like the final stamp, because I felt like I did everything that I could in that relationship. Like, sure, like I wasn't perfect. Like, I had my flaws, but they definitely weren't to the extreme of like playing with somebody else's emotions. But I went through his phone, and I saw like Bumble, the verification code. I didn't see the app, so the app was already deleted. It was the verification code to get into the app. And same thing with like Tinder. I saw verification.
Oh my God.
And I was like, this dumbass forgot to delete that. Like, and then from there, like that point, I went to his photos, and I went to like the recently deleted. And it was like screenshots.
It's because they don't delete, huh? Like, you have to.
Yeah, you have to, dude. He was clearly just lazy about it. Because I'm glad that I saw it, right? Yeah. But like, shit, hide it better. No, I'm kidding. Don't hide it. Don't hide it at all. But like, yeah, there are screenshots of girls of the profile. You know, like they have the bio and like Bumble or Tinder or whatever dating app. It was that.
You'll give me the run through later.
Yeah, I'll give you the run through. And it was. Yeah, I saw that, and I just remember like this is my exact face. I was like, okay, like, and he was right next to me sleeping.
No.
And, yeah, he was right next to me sleeping, and
he's all cuddled up, like snoring.
He was like probably dreaming about other bitches.
Oh my God.
And I got up, and I was just like, I felt very empowered. It was so weird. It was like I felt like a new chapter. I felt so good. And I just started packing my stuff.
While he was sleeping?
While he was sleeping. And I started and I tried to be so quiet.
So
because I didn't want him to know. Yeah. I didn't want him to try to convince me. Yeah, because he could have
probably stopped you.
Yeah, stopped me. Like, I know like maybe some girls, they'll try to make it known because they want to hear an excuse. They want to hear, you know what, like... kind of like, oh, like, I'm sorry, baby, right? Like, coddle me. I didn't want to hear none of that. I just wanted to get my shit, leave, and him wake up to nothing. Like, not my stuff there, not, like, any of that. And
that's what happened.
So, right when I was done. I was so quiet. And you know, I'm never quiet.
Yeah. She's the loudest person ever.
Hard. I can't, like, my footsteps are loud. I can't just close the door quietly. Like, I'm just so, like, I'm not very, like, I cannot be, like, a
We're
spy
like the opposite.
Or nothing.
Like, I'm the quiet little sneaky one at the house.
Well, you're not sneaky, but yeah, you're just, like...
Well, sneaky as in, like, I go...
Like, you could be quiet and I can't. And so okay, I was able to do that, and then right when I was leaving, he heard the door open, and there he goes, like, running. He's like, where are you going? Where are you going? And I literally was like, don't talk to me, don't touch me, like, you already know what you did. And he was like, what did I do? I didn't do nothing. And I'm like, you already know what you did. And I was like leaving, and then I told him, like, you have dating apps, like, and he actually he had just went to Mexico or something. I don't know what, I don't exactly remember where, but he was in Mexico for like a week or something. So he was downloading the dating apps for over there. So who knows if he had ended up meeting with the girls out there. I'm gonna have to turn it off.
She told me to shut down and turn off my phone audio.
Oh my god.
And then she's the one who left it open.
It's because right now, I'm sorry. I had to call the event guy,
it's
remember?
Right now?
Yeah, but it's okay. I'll tell him that I wasn't. Yeah, it's because we're coming up with like a show for a concert to get like under like upcoming artists to perform. Yeah. So my brother and I, and you as well, you're helping me. We're like making calls to find venues for upcoming artists. So if you're an upcoming artist,
we'll pass over the details.
Yeah, so we're gonna have that. But anyways,
wait, back to the.
I was like
I was just leaving. Like, the Mexico Tinder.
Oh yeah. So I'm pretty sure he had met
someone over there.
Yeah, like some like girls over there. Like no, they're pretty. I'm not gonna hate on the girls. Yeah, but they're pretty. Like I saw the screenshots. I was like.
Oh, you actually looked.
Yeah, I actually looked. But, I mean, again, like, I don't believe in getting mad at the girl unless it's, like, my best friend. It's
or
like
someone that actually knows that you're with that person.
Yeah, because the girls that, I don't know or they don't owe me anything. They don't owe me respect or loyalty.
And they probably don't know also that you're in a relationship at the time.
Yeah.
But, yeah, like, I don't know. That's brutal, I feel. But you don't have to deal with that now.
No, I don't. You're like, okay, you brought it up.
No, but moving on, like when you're going through that whole like change and you started making music and you make music because you're an artist. You got very influenced by the breakup. You started making music about the breakup and about your love life. Everything you've made music about so far, someone has to do with your experience in the past. And there's this one song they went really out of your comfort zone, which she made for me, by the way. It's called Amor de mi vida, and it's on Spotify, Apple Music, and all the platforms available out there. And it's in Spanish. And for those who don't know, HunnyKelsey, she's not the best Spanish speaker. She understands it. But she's not the best.
I'm a beast. I don't know what you're talking about.
To her. But she's not the best. But when she sang the song, she really had to put herself out. You had to put yourself out of the comfort zone. And I don't know, like, what was the process in, like, making the song? The instruments, the vocals, like, who helped you? Like, I don't know. Touch on that, baby.
It was hard because like you said, a lot of my songs were like heartbreak songs, and I felt like that was just what really resonated with me. And you've been the only like time that I've like person that got me to write love songs. Not that you forced me into it, but it's just that was how I'm feeling, and that's what I wrote. And like I've never written a bad song about you, like talking shit about you. I have with other people, and I wanted it to be, because, like, I love you, like, I wanted it to be special, and I know you love corridos, and I didn't get into corridos until you, so I just thought it would be very, like, special if I did a song that was a corrido. And it was different because Nathan, Any Tracks, he doesn't do like those live strings. And I mean, he plays guitar, but it's not like, you got to pull the strings hard. You have like the tololoche or the like different instruments, the requinto. And so, and those are things that I had no idea about. I didn't even know what it was called. And I tried like doing research. I was like, what instruments is Peso Pluma using? What instruments is like Junior H using? Like things like that. And I was like trying to figure it out. And it's like, I don't know, like it was also, it's hard to make a melody. For me, it was hard to make a melody, like to just, I don't know. Anyways, so fast forward, I had to find someone. I found someone from Venezuela.
On what app was it?
On Fiverr.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I went on Fiverr and I told him, hey, like, I need instrumental. Like, can you just do an instrumental of the guitar for me? And then I'll add my vocals. And that's it. Like, I just need that just to get my vocals on there, and then we could add the other instruments. So then the guy sent it to me, and like, I did my vocals, and then I sent it to some other guys, and I was like, hey, like, I need I didn't know it at the time, but I put like trumpet, and then they were like, I think you mean like a charcheta. And I was like, okay, yeah, like charcheta. And then then like I recorded, but then it was just like a bunch of back and forth, like, especially because they're out in Venezuela, like they're not from like LA, like they're not, I can't just
and even communicating, you told me that you struggled a little bit. You went on a Zoom call and you couldn't really explain it, even after like going on voice memos or like text messaging. It was really hard to explain. Because
they only spoke Spanish. So here, like, my whitewashed ass, like, is over here trying to explain. And they did have, the guy did have, like, an English, like, translator. Or, well, it's English to Spanish, Spanish to English. And it was, like, at the end of the day, we got it done. But, yeah, like, it was a whole process.
Yeah, but right now I'm gonna test you. I'm gonna test your Spanish. I have 5 photos right now that I pulled, and you're gonna tell me what this is in Spanish. And
wait, are they all hard, or can
no? I think like these are a 5-year-old kindergarten kid in Mexico or whatever can figure this out. So you can figure it out.
Okay.
And whatever it is, you just have to tell me if it's like in Spanish. Just mention like what it is.
Okay.
And we'll put it up on the screen too. What is this in Spanish?
I actually don't know. Your screen's going dark though. But oh my gosh.
So it's a lion in English.
Leona.
No. I guess you can say Leona, but I guess Leon.
Oh,
Leon.
Okay, Leon.
Yeah.
I actually never learned that one.
Oh my
I've never needed to.
I thought that was the easiest one.
That's so easy. Then the other ones are harder?
I don't know.
Okay.
I just put them random. Okay, level 2, I guess. It's a cloud. How do you say this in Spanish?
Why? Like, why are you choosing
this is the hardest one.
Hard?
This should be level 5, not level 2, because we have 5.
I actually don't know. Like, I feel like I know things to have a conversation, but when am I ever gonna say cloud in a conversation?
You need to. What if it comes up? It's called a nube.
I was gonna say like something like you.
Oh, you're gonna say nube.
I was gonna say.
You're gonna say nube.
Yeah, I was gonna say that.
Oh my gosh. Okay, next one. So we have this one. Socks. And I just told you.
Everything you're showing me right now, you're making me look so bad.
It's socks.
Why couldn't you put
I told you what this was like.
But why couldn't you just put like a photo of like arroz or something?
Because you know that.
Frijoles.
Socks.
Calzones?
No, that's underwear. It's calcetines.
Oh my gosh. Same thing.
Just kidding. The next one. Tell me what sport are they playing in
football.
Okay.
Are those all 5?
Football.
I feel like that sounded like Italian.
Okay, the last one. What is this? How do you translate a triangle into Spanish?
Why would I need to know this? Why?
You need to know it.
Oh my god.
Triangle.
I actually don't know. I've never.
Triángulo.
Okay, triángulo. Triángulo.
Say it with me. Triángulo.
Triángulo.
Yeah. Okay, that's the end of that. No more. I'm not gonna torture her no more. And then she told me that she wants to do another segment, and it's about like significant others and what do you call it? Yeah, right. So I'm gonna get your opinion on this one. Would you let your Well, what do you think Because I'm your significant other, but what do you think about this? Would you let your significant other work out with someone of the opposite gender without you? So basically, letting me go with the girl.
Yeah, I heard.
Without
I heard loud and clear. It's not happening. No.
Who's not a family member, by the way. It can be like a random girl or like someone you met in college or whatever.
No.
No. Okay, why?
Why you want to?
No.
Okay.
You're my gym buddy.
I just feel like there's room to grow a connection. Like if you're alone with someone working out, and I get it, I like people could probably like come at me and be like, "Oh, but you don't have to talk during a workout. Like you don't have to."
Yeah, you just put your beats on or whatever.
But I don't know. I just see it as like an activity that if you're gonna go with this person, why not go with your significant other? Like why not have it be like an interactive thing that you guys do? Like make it like a cute thing, like something that you guys do together.
Yeah.
Or just go with the bros.
Yeah, I agree. Like I mean, go with the bros if you're a guy.
Yeah, like you're probably not even lifting the same weight as her. Like why are you?
You're gonna be like, I'm gonna go with the bros. You're gonna go with like 6 guys. Hey guys, let's work out.
It just doesn't make any sense. Like, and then like if they're like, oh, but I need a spotter and like then no one else or whatever. It's like, bro, like it's a girl. Like what? I mean, I can spot, right? Like there's ways to spot even when it's like heavy. Like it's just weird.
Mm-hmm. No, I kind of agree. I'm on the same plate. Like
yeah.
And that's why we get along so well. Is that we agree with a lot of
because
these,
we don't let each other work out with other people.
Oh my gosh.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, so the next one is it okay to be in communication with your ex in any regard? And why? Not just a disagreement. Why? I think this also connects back to what you just mentioned. Like, it can probably open up a can of worms or a door that...
weird. Like, I don't know. Because, like, some people probably be like, oh, you're insecure or whatever. Like, yeah, sure. Sure, maybe I am. But, like, it's just like, but why?
Yeah.
Like, is that, like, relationship so important? Mm-hmm. I think it also is important how it ended. Mm-hmm. And I think it's also important...
I think the level of communication, too. Because if they're your ex, but they have a kid with you, you have to have that communication. But if it's just to like hang out and go to dinner, I guess, when you're with your significant other, I don't think I would approve of that whatsoever.
It's just weird. But even like a text message like, hey, how are you doing? Like, why do you care?
Oh my gosh.
Like, ask me how I'm doing.
Oh my gosh. I ask you every day. I ask you like 6 times a day. And sometimes it's like, leave me alone. Okay, yeah, I agree. Like, that's why I mentioned, like, we get along so well. Like, we're always on the same page because we agree on all these little topics. But the last one you had mentioned, like, what if you weren't there, and we had another girl there.
Oh yeah.
On the podcast, and maybe you can do a better job at explaining it.
Like, how would you respond if a girl started flirting with you on a podcast? On a podcast. On a podcast. Like and I'm not here for some odd reason.
That's a curveball?
No, like I'm not here because maybe I'm busy. Maybe I couldn't make it. So it's literally like you and then the girl who's the guest on the podcast. And then she starts flirting with you. Like, so I want to test you. And I want to see how you would respond.
Oh my gosh.
If a girl started flirting with you.
Wait, so she's just flirting with me? What's she saying?
Well, we're gonna reenact it right now.
Okay,
We're gonna see if he passes.
Oh.
And if he doesn't pass,
I'm sleeping on the floor again.
Worse.
Okay, go reenact it.
Okay. So just ask me a question.
Hi, so what do you do for a living?
Oh, nothing. I just like, I work and I go to my 9 to 5, But what do you do?
Well, I have my 9 to 5. I really enjoy it, and I also do this as a hobby, my podcast, and then I hang out with my girlfriend a lot.
Oh, well, yeah, I always like watching your podcast. Like, every time I see you, I don't know, it just kind of like sparks something in me.
Oh my gosh. What the hell? Well, my girlfriend also gets that spark. She gets that lovely spark every single time.
I never see her.
What do you mean you don't see her?
Yeah, she's not even here right now.
But you hear her. If you watch every single podcast, you should know that she's behind every single camera and she speaks and she gets the right to speak.
I don't know if you passed.
I passed. Yeah. Okay.
Good job.
But also...
Oh my God.
Okay, moving on to another topic. For those who don't know, like my girlfriend has autoimmune disease called lupus, and it's very serious. Like it's something that personally I get a little like scared and nervous about. Like when I don't know, like there'll be times where I'm just alone and I just think about it, and it gets me like but it gets me scared. Like what could happen to her? But can you explain what lupus is and the experiences you had in the past, because they're actually like pretty scary, I guess, for like the normal person.
So yeah, it's an autoimmune disease, and my immune system attacks itself. So it can either be only internal or external or both. And like unfortunately I have both. So it'll attack like my kidneys, it can attack like my brain, like any organs inside me, like that's what can be attacked. And on top of that, like externally, like it attacks my skin. So that's why like I'm not sure if you can tell in the camera, but because I'm wearing makeup, but like I'll get redness on my cheeks because
I think it's cute.
You think it's cute. But internally it's not cute. But yeah, but thank you, baby.
Yeah.
And I just it's something that can lead to death, as much as it is scary to talk about, but because your organs, like if it attacks it so much, it'll fail. Like my kidneys can fail, or like it can lead to other complications.
Yeah, and with that, well, I remember that at one point you had told me that you're going through such a bad time with your lupus, and you were having a lot of flare-ups. You were in the hospital a lot of time, but you were in remission at one point. How did you go from the lowest of the lows and being in a hospital, and like I don't know if you're just in a crappy situation, to being in remission, and what was the change? What was the change that needed to be done?
Yeah, I was in and out of the hospital. Like I always had doctor's appointments. I was always meeting with specialists. I was always like on medications. Like at one point I was on steroids. There were a lot of things that we were trying to do to help me. And I saw the results. It would just stay the same. And it just got to the point where me being 15, 16... on 6-7 different medications, high dosages on all of them. Yeah. It's something that I just didn't want to do. Like, why do I, a 16-year-old, have to worry about that? Like, why, why can't I just be normal? And it was actually my decision to actually just stop.
Off by yourself. Huh?
Yeah, like I just stopped taking them. Like I didn't tell my parents, and I just stopped taking them. And I actually went through withdrawals because I didn't know I was supposed to
just
wean it
completely
off.
Shut off.
Yeah, you're supposed to wean it off. Like you're supposed to, lessen the dosage every day. And I just cut cold turkey. So I ended up in the hospital because
cold turkey?
Yeah, you've never heard that saying?
No.
No, yeah. It's you cut something cold turkey. You stop it like all at once. You don't it's not gradual.
Okay, carry on.
Okay, anyways, whatever. So, I cut cold turkey. and I ended up, since I knew I was going to stop taking these medications, I was like, okay, I need to do something to balance it out. I can't just stop taking it and then I don't try anything at all. Like, I'm not even helping myself. So I started eating healthier foods, like, and if you knew me back then, I was eating like fast food like damn near 3 times a day. I was
breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Breakfast, yes, I loved it. Like Jack in the Box, all that. So
Jack in the Box sponsor.
No. And I would just like eat at home, cook. My mom would make me food. And I did that for like 3 months. I was taking supplements. I was also doing like this like Chinese medicine, like
Gua sha?
That was one of them. There was I was seeing this like functional wellness doctor who his name is Dr. Aristotle.
Yeah.
And he focuses really on treating like the body as a whole. Like, it's not necessarily a band-aid, like, here, take this medication, but then yet it's hurting something else of mine, and then now they need to give me another medication to hurt what that first medication was hurting as a side effect. So it was like included the gua sha. Like, if you don't know what that is, it's a rock. Like, I don't know if it needs to be a specific.
We should have probably
kind of rock.
Taken it out to show them, but
but
we'll put it up on the screen.
And I would get like an oil that also I purchased from him, and it was like, if my spine is like this straight, right, like this, I would get the rock, and then someone would just go like that, like
away
it's
from
almost
your heart,
like
right?
Yeah, like moving it away from your heart, and it's supposed to like remove toxins. It's supposed to something about like detox, and then it's supposed to help with inflammation. I'm sure there's a lot of other benefits that I don't have memorized to tell you, but also like
you should have came prepared.
Also like red light therapy, where like on every scar on my body, I would get a red light, specific red light too. I don't think it could just be any red light, and I would just go like this over the scars, and I have a lot of scars, and they say the more scars you have, then that is blocking the energy to be kind of like be equal on your body. Like, it's not flowing. Like, sometimes your body, because of trauma, because of scars or all that, like, you're not balanced. And to be balanced, those are one of the things that I had to do. And that's really what he focused on, was balancing me and balancing the even my like the whatever I was deficient in. We would do blood work, all that. Like, that was the goal. The primary goal was to balance me, and my body would be able to do the work. It just needed that help. If that makes sense. I don't know if I explained it correctly. I don't even know if I'm going on a tangent.
No. I think people, like, especially those who have lupus, or they know someone with lupus, want to know those, like, they probably want to try that, like the gua sha, or they probably don't know about all that stuff. So I think it's like very important to know.
Yeah.
But also, there's another thing, because you mentioned that lupus attacks your external part. You had mentioned like your red cheeks, and you're very subconscious, or not?
Not anymore.
Like, but you were subconscious at one point about your red cheeks. And I told you when we first started dating, you told me that, I don't know, like, I don't like it. And I told you, like, it never bothered me at one point. But could you explain how you ended up getting the rash and what caused it? Because I do think that's also important. Like, just like that, and you got the rash, basically.
Yeah, my face was really clear. And it's always been. Even when I was a little girl, like, there was a girl who, I don't know if she was like a low-key hater or what, but I was in like 8th or 9th grade, and she came up to me and she went like this to my face. And I was like, what the heck? And she was like, she's like, I just wanted to see if there was foundation. And then she was like, but maybe now, like, you'll get pimples because I touched your face. like something like that. But it was like people, I could tell like they were like kind of like low key jealous because of my clear skin.
Yeah.
And that changed when I started stressing more and worrying, and
this ties back to one of the relationships in your past.
So that relationship really took a toll on me, and my body hasn't been the same since for those reasons, because when you allow your lupus to get worse, then that's where you can control it at that level. You can't reverse it. So the worse it gets, like let's just say now I have this new symptom. Oh, I'm like kind of like shit out of luck in a way, because now I have this new symptom. There's no going back. Now I'm at that state. I can't keep letting it
get worse and
worse. So, and that was just what happened was one of the new symptoms that I just had to deal with.
And it's caused by like stress or getting mad, huh?
Like yeah, what? Like it could be as easy as like a strong emotion. Like for example, like the Snapchat that I saw, like it could have, like I felt very hot. I felt like internally like pissed.
But in that moment, I just like quickly said, hey, you can like, it was literally not even a second went by, and I'm like, yeah, you can look at it, like you can open it, you can check. I don't know what the heck that is, because I generally didn't know, like, and you clicked on it and you're like, oh yeah, like
you reassured me quickly, but that doesn't take away the fact that in that moment I allowed myself to have those strong feelings, and strong feelings hurt you, like not you specifically, but as every person that feels strong emotion, like you're hurting yourself. You're hurting yourself, and internally too. And some people don't realize, like even just staying in a toxic relationship, your body can't handle it. Like you may think like, oh, like, you know, I can handle it, or oh, like I love him and this, but you have to think about yourself, and you have to think about how is this affecting me, not only mentally but internally. We can't see what's going on internally. You know, like maybe if we were able to know exactly what's going on internally, we'd probably take better care of ourselves and not allow certain people to have our time and energy, like those toxic people that it's not worth our time.
But I also want to touch on, you had just mentioned that you were on a lot of medication as well. Like what made you stop, and what the steroids cause it for you? Like, because your face started to change. Yeah. And
so I was on the steroids 2 different times, and both times I just had a moon face. Like it was literally my face was shaped like a moon.
We'll put a photo of her right there. I mean, you have it on TikTok.
Yeah, so I do. Yeah, you're right.
So I want to like switch topics. Like when we first started getting together or like dating, you were very driven, like goal driven. You had like an entrepreneurship side of you. You wanted to own like a business, or like you had that mindset of not being a 9-to-5 worker your whole life. And that's something I really liked about you, and you liked about me, that I like to, I mean, I work a 9-to-5 still, but that someday I can be like that. And what like inspires you like to this day, and what's your goal like with music, maybe a potential business in the future, or like anything else? Like what's your ultimate dream? Like what's on your vision board basically?
Well, I still am driven, so it wasn't just in the beginning. But what inspires me is definitely, I would say, my lupus. Only because if I'm, like, you never know when something can happen.
What do you mean by something?
Like, you never know. Like, I can have, like, a flare-up tomorrow. I can have a crazy one where I end up in the hospital. So I'm a very strong believer in just, I need to do as much as I can now. Like, and I'm going to make the best of today. Like, I'm going to make the best of if I even if I don't feel 100% that like today, I'm gonna just do what I can, and to me, that itself, that I even maybe did like 3 or 4 tasks that could have not been done in the first place. That's already success to me. And I also, one of my main goals is music. And if I were to be able to reach millions and millions of people through my music, and my music is I don't just write about anything. Like, it's my experiences. It's what I'm going through in that moment, or something that I went through in the past. And I feel like, or maybe even if it's something different out of my comfort zone, I try to always tie it in with a feeling, so that I can help other people also like feel something. And my music, and definitely just building like a brand of
clothing brand. You have something you always mention to me, kind of.
A clothing brand, yes, but more so a brand, almost like where it's just so big that it could be anything.
Just like
kind of
Nike,
like
right?
Nike, yeah,
Nike,
like it's
Adidas.
like at that point, Nike, it's an experience, like it's a community. So I don't want to just build like, oh yeah, a clothing brand. Like, I want to build a community. Like, I want to build something so big that it doesn't only benefit me, it benefits many people, and it gives them a feeling, a good feeling.
Yeah, and also with like your music, you've never performed live, right? So, and we're working on it. So you're gonna perform live soon.
Yeah.
Do you get like jitters? Because I feel it's coming soon.
Yeah.
And do you get jitters? Like, how do you think it's gonna pan out?
I used to be in cheer. I used to be in...
Also, cheer solves the problem.
No, but I'm not even talking about high school cheer. I'm talking about like competitions where there's literally like 300 people, and I'll get nervous. So I'm speaking based off those experiences, because obviously we're not at the show yet, right? Like, I haven't performed vocally, but I do remember I would get jitters, and I would like need to use the restroom. I'll be like literally, I just need to go. I'll keep like, I'm like nervous, right? But as soon as I get on that stage, it's almost like I just become a different person. Like, I just do it and I enjoy it. So I feel like it would be the same now. Like, once I get to the show, I'll be so nervous, right?
Yeah.
But I think like right when I start, I think it'll just be like a click for me. Or I just pass out.
Oh my God, pass out.
I don't know. I'm speaking on like the past. So I don't know how I'm gonna act now.
Did you ever pass out and like cheer?
No.
Yeah, you're good then. If anything, I'll be behind you.
Oh my gosh.
You
would be. I know you.
To watch you fall.
You wouldn't even be on stage with me. You'd be too nervous.
Nah, I want to go on stage to hype you up before. You know how they have those people before, like to hype up. No, I'll be the person that hypes up the crowd.
Like Augusto Papa.
Yeah, Augusto. That was cool. I want to do that. I'm like, guys, get her up, get up off of your seat. Let's go. We have HunnyKelsey. I want to do that.
You could do it, babe.
Okay, but do you have anything else you want to touch on? And if not, tell everyone where they can find you on Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, Apple Music, all the platforms.
You can find me at HunnyKelsey, and I'm on all platforms. Honey, HUNNY, not like miel. See, Spanish. See, I know it. Anyways, but yeah, HunnyKelsey, and yeah, just find me on all platforms. And yeah, thank you for having me.
And we'll say peace at the same time. Peace.